I became acquainted with Dr. Weil after I had basically started a journey that brought me from being obese and unhealthy for about a decade of my life to losing 120 pounds. And at that time, that's also when I started doing the modeling and acting. And Dr. Weil came into my spectrum and part of that journey with helping me after I'd gone through all of that. I went and had some work done with him, and I sincerely gave it a lot of thought. I'd never done anything like that before, and I was afraid. I didn't know how that was going to work out, but I wanted to be sure that I'd done everything in my power first before I went that route. And I worked very, very hard. I changed my lifestyle. I worked with a personal trainer. And yet with all of those things, aesthetically, it still wasn't where I wanted it to be. Because when you've been overweight that long, you have excess skin. And so there's things that need to be taken care of there. And I waited 2 years after I'd lost the weight. Some of it went back, but not all of it. So by the time I came to that point, I really realized that that was really the better option, was to go ahead and do that. And Dr. Weil talked me out of a lot of other things, like, you don't need that. You look great. We don't have to worry about it. And then I really appreciated that. That made me really understand and respect his word, because he was very real about it, and he was just there to kind of refine and help whatever else couldn't be done anymore. And that made a huge difference for me. I think anytime you do surgery or that sort of thing like that, you're going to be put under for a long period of time. There's all sorts of things that could go wrong, but I did try to do as much research as possible. And then once the decision was made, I truly kept my mind right. Personally, I felt very comfortable with him. I'd never had any type of plastic surgery or anything before, and so just working with him and working with Sharon at the office, who's just really wonderful. She's actually a personal friend also of my sister's, so that's actually how I got referred. And I came with him with all kinds of options. I think I want this, I want that, and he basically came down and said, this would be fine for you, this would work out great. And I was very, very pleased with the results, and I was very happy with the aftercare and the follow-up and everything like that came with that. And it just gave me that confidence and everything that I needed to just help me on my journey and what I'm doing, and I feel very proud when I'm out there walking the runway and smiling for the camera and on film and doing all those great things. It's a lot of fun, and I credit that to part of my experience with him. Honestly, I think that you would be pleased to know that in terms of my experience, in terms of professionalism, in terms of the results, of course, they work with you with financing. I really appreciate all of that, and I do appreciate the fact that it's something that they take care of before, during, and after. You can have a long-term relationship with them because they do care about how things work out for you. They're there to cheer you on, and they've been very, very supportive of me, and I really appreciate that.